From the OK Listen podcast, our March State of the Union. Hey guys, welcome back. We are so back.
We are so back.
This is the OK Listen pod, hosted by Chloe and Nat.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi. Okay, Chloe, I
Hey,
have to tell you the truth right now. I didn't say this before we started recording because I wanted you to know it in time with the listener, obviously. Things might get weird because I am feeling like really jittery inside. My family ended up getting really sick this past weekend, but my whole family was in town. And what that means, listeners, is so my family, the Frederick unit that I grew up with, is 8 people. So then you need to add partners, and we only had one of the kids with us this weekend, but add that on there. So we're talking double digits of people were here.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people got a stomach bug or something. We're not really sure what happened. A few of us were saved, and I ended up helping with my niece, who's 1, because both of her parents were just relentlessly throwing up. And so I had her...
That would just be so awful to parent.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking, what would they have... if they were at home, just them, if they weren't here and this had happened, I don't know what they... Because I just walked in, took the I kidnapped, honestly. That's what I did this week. I kidnapped. I took the baby, and I said, I'm taking the baby. Y'all sleep or do whatever you need to do, but don't worry about the kid. And so I took her, and that's when I realized I shouldn't ever kidnap, because, well, for a lot of reasons, but one of them is that once you have the kid, you have to entertain them, and I'm fine with that if it's my niece, but why would I choose a life of crime to entertain a child?
Right.
That doesn't sound like fun. So, anyways,
It kind of makes you wonder why people kidnap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because no one likes hearing babies cry,
Right.
It's literally instinct to be agitated by it because you want it to stop, because you're supposed to be taking care of the baby. So why would you kidnap a thing that's going to agitate you? I just don't get it.
Facts. No, seriously.
But, anyway, so I had my niece until a few hours ago. And so we woke up really early this morning. And so then after she left, I took a nap. But because of my nap time, I didn't eat lunch. So I just shoved a bagel in my mouth right before you and I got on. Yeah. And I'm drinking a protein drink right now, but I was also thinking I needed to wake up, so I'm also drinking a Diet Coke. Yeah. I also have a rehydration drink. Yeah. And so shout out Element, sponsor us. I pay you all a lot of money. You can pay me back, it'd be nice. But so all I'm saying is, between all of that, it could get weird. So, because I kind of feel like I'm vibrating on the inside. And we're also working on a time limit today, because I told you I have to leave at a certain time. Yes. And so, it is going to be, I'm interested to see what happens today.
Yeah, I am going to be so honest. My meeting at 3 o'clock got canceled. And so I was already home, because I usually do that meeting from home, and it got canceled. So I took myself a nap, and I did wake up like 20 minutes ago.
Okay. So we were both asleep within the past 30 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So and the last time I took a nap before we recorded the podcast, I think it was like the second episode. That was when my count was the highest. And
yeah.
But I'm feeling a little bit more alert, less brain foggy, so
a little more invigorated. Okay. Okay, Chloe, tell us what you've been getting into. What's up?
What is up, my dudes? Well, I have been... Gosh, I'm trying to even... Oh, I have watched a movie. It's called Waves. It's an A24 production.
Oh,
I will recommend it to the pod. I will say check some trigger warnings. It does have... it's heavily centered around a high school boy that's dealing with an addiction. And there's, some graphic scenes in it, but it's really good. The visuals are incredible and great soundtrack. Also, I will say it evoked the feelings of when you were, I don't know if you remember the movie Beautiful Boy.
I actually never watched Beautiful Boy.
Okay.
Because I tended, when I was a teacher, I tended to stay away from movies like that. Because I got enough of it in my everyday. Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of reminded me of that. It also kind of reminded me of that movie. I think, Natalie, you saw it with me, the Florence Pugh movie that she became an addict.
I actually didn't because I wanted to because I love Florence Pugh. And then you went and saw... I was busy when you went and saw it.
Okay. Yeah, so that one, too, kind of has some similar vibes. Anyway, recommend that. That was a good movie I watched. And then music, I feel like I've been in a music rut a little bit, and I'm trying to get out of that rut.
Do you need me to make you a playlist? I'll make you a playlist.
Sure, please do. Okay. It needs to be... Well, I can transport it to Apple Music, but... Right.
Anyway. Transport it.
Convert it to an Apple Music playlist.
Anyway. I like transport.
Yeah. But what else? I had a really bad flare-up of my seasonal allergies this past weekend due to the weather changes. So currently sucking on a cough drop, guys, but it's okay. I almost said God only gives his toughest battles to his strongest.
You should have. You're right. God only gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And yours is seasonal allergies. It really is. Your seasonal allergies do kick your ass.
Oh my god.
So
bad. So bad. Anyways, I do also have notes. Okay, notes for the pod. Oh, me and Addie started watching Good Girls. It's on Netflix. I don't know.
Yeah. I watched the first... Have you met... What's his name? Rico?
Is that the gang member?
Yeah, the gang guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am so attracted to that man. I'm
really enjoying it.
Yeah, I've watched, I think, 3 seasons of it. And then just randomly, the last season I watched was the same week that Taylor Swift dropped Folklore. Was the last time I watched that show. Okay. I don't know why I have those together in my head, but I do. And then I just never picked it back up. I don't know why, but it's a really good show.
Yeah, I had never heard of it, but Addie started it a couple of weeks ago while we were eating dinner, and I've been liking it. That's the only notes I have on my notes app for the pod.
Hey, but you put something on your notes app, and we are proud of you for that.
Yes, I did.
You saw a challenge and you rose up.
Yeah. A couple other more notable events over my last week and 2 days have been, I made a terrarium.
Oh yeah, she did make a terrarium. That's why we had to record on Saturday last time. She was making a terrarium.
I did make a terrarium. So that
I want to tell the pod something. Our reasons, when Chloe and I say we were busy or we have a time limit or something like that, It's normally so unserious, but it's important to us. So Chloe had to go make a terrarium last week. I haven't even told Chloe this, but the reason I have to leave at 5:45 is because I have a walk scheduled tonight with a friend. And but I knew Chloe would be fine with it. I just didn't mention it. But I knew Chloe would be fine with it if I said, well, I got to go on a walk. So
yeah,
those are...
No, the walks are important.
We're not doing like...
are really important.
We're not doing like... We don't have to meet.
We have an appointment to go to or anything. Nope.
Yeah, we don't have an appointment. We don't have an important meeting or a budget planning committee. We're not all on the PTA or anything like that. No, it's definitely other really stuff.
Adventures of unmarried, childless women.
Yeah. What do if people dual incomes, no kids? Oh, so we're sinks, single income, no kids.
Wads.
What is WAD?
With a dog.
With a dog. And I'm really like, single income's a little aggressive for me. So, I'm a quad.
Oh my god. I make some money here and there.
I make some money here and there. I make enough to live. So you made a terrarium. What else have you done?
Terrarium. Oh, guys, I have a really important update. I broke up with my nail lady.
Oh, okay. Breakup alert. First one on the pod.
Yeah. And for you guys to understand the context, I don't think she listens. I would be shocked if she did. Marcella, if you do, I really do love you. It just was our time to part ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
it's not you, Marcella. It's her.
Basically, the main reason I had to was because since we moved to the suburbs, she's now an extra 20 minutes away from me, she was already 20 minutes away from me when I lived downtown. So, that puts her at 40 to 45 minutes, depending on traffic, away from me. And that's just, I had a nail appointment on Saturday. Just the drive itself takes 2 hours almost of my Saturday. And then also the nail appointments are just longer because she is very detailed. She's a big perfectionist. So they do take longer, and she'll admit that. But it's just getting to be too much to drive that way. But
it's
guys,
like it's your whole day.
Yes. But guys, and if I would go after work or like leave work a little earlier, that would put me getting home at 8:30. And I just didn't want to do that any longer.
That's your whole afternoon. Because then you got to plan like, I'm going to be hungry. So, am I going to get food?
Yes.
It's just a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a lot. So, and guys, I think it's time I tell you a little bit about my lore with nail ladies. Because
it's so fun. It's so good.
I think I'm cursed, guys. I really do think I am.
Yeah, your lore with nail ladies is definitely fantasy. It's giving fantasy genre for sure.
It's just that.
But not romantasy.
Every nail lady I've had has either not done a good job or been crazy. Marcella is a little bit of an outlier. She's great. She's not crazy.
Yeah. Marcella's a victim to logistics is really what it is.
Yes, exactly. But before Marcella, all my nail ladies would just be either crazy or not good. And so I've had to cycle through some, and I'm trying to even one of them would just treat me as her therapist. She knew I was in school to be a therapist, and I would just sit down and she would start telling me her issues, and I'm just like, I just need my nails done.
He said, I'm off the clock. I don't ask you to do my nails at home. You don't.
Yeah. And I was like, if you're going to make me be your therapist, at least give me a discount on my nails.
For real. Mm-hmm. Amen.
I don't know. Anyway, and then another one that was my nail tech before I moved. She was crazy. She was cuckoo. She was an older lady older. She wasn't that old. She was like 30s, 40s.
Probably 40s. She has a kid in junior high. Or actually, her kid's probably in high school now. But yeah, so her kid was in junior high 2 years ago.
40s, mid-40s-ish. She had recently been divorced when I started seeing her. And then she was always telling me about her dating app adventures. And when I say this girl was crazy... And hey, I'm all about women being a little crazy every now and then. You gotta let that crazy out. But
sometimes you gotta let the pressure out of the pressure cooker, or you're gonna explode. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. She was crazy. Mm-hmm. And hope she's doing well. Anyway, yeah. But we'll find a new one. I'll keep you guys updated.
She would tell Chloe these stories, and Chloe would come back and tell me, and they were dating app stories. And when Chloe says that they were recently divorced, she means, maybe a month.
Yes.
Recent. Yes. Yeah.
Very recent. And yeah, she also ended up telling me that she had cheated. She was the reason that they divorced. She told me she cheated on her husband when she went to Mexico.
Yeah.
Or wherever she went. Anyway, she just admitted that to me, and I was just like, okay.
Yeah, she was willing to say stuff, that's for sure. Yes. And the funny thing is they owned, I don't know if they owned that nail salon together, or if it was under her and... technically, but they worked together. He worked there until the divorce. And so, yeah. It's been a wild ride. And then we used to go to this other one in Springfield, and Chloe, one time, this is not the nail tech, this was just a really funny story. Chloe wasn't having the best day, and... And one of the owners asked, and we were in there every month, so I mean, even if they didn't know our names, we were familiar to them. They knew who we were. And she asked Chloe how she was doing, and Chloe was like, well, you ever just kind of want to, like, not die, but just kind of, like, stop existing for a minute? And the owner was so worried about Chloe. She was like, do I need to call someone? Do I need to call and check on you? Which was sweet, but it was really funny. Chloe was like, no, I'm good, guys.
Yeah, it was one of those times where I was like, I probably shouldn't have been that open with her that I did. I was like, whatever.
Honestly, I mean, and I can cut that out if you want me to, but it was really funny when that happened. No. Now that we're past it and you're fine, it was really freaking funny.
Well, it was just one of those times where I was like, I don't want to lie to her, but I also, so then I didn't lie to her.
Yeah, that's the problem, because I think we're both rather committed to, if people ask how you're doing, at least answering as truthfully as possible. But the thing about that is when you're not doing well, that's not an easy question to answer. So,
yeah, exactly.
So how are you doing? Exactly. Well, how long do you have?
And also, do you really care?
Do you care? Do you want me to say fine so we can get this cultural, societal, like, marker out of the way? Yes or no?
Right. Literally. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay, Nat, other than your family being sick, do you have any big updates?
Well, congrats, I guess, on the breakup. That was something you'd been considering since before this podcast started. Yeah. So, because we talked about it before this started. So,
I will say, I did, you know how I told you she always puts on movies?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what movie she had on this past time?
Crazy Stupid Love.
No.
What was it?
Next guess. I'm sure you'll get it.
Anyone But You.
No, Shrek.
Oh. Sorry, we're just coming out of February. Still got Love on the Brain.
Yep.
So, okay. Yeah, me? I read a lot this past week. Oh, something I haven't watched yet that I want to, but I haven't because the weekend was just a little hectic, is SNL, because Connor Story's on there, and I really want to watch it. I've heard it was great.
I've heard it was, like, I've heard he did great, but I've also heard that the writers didn't really give him, like, they could have done better.
Yeah, that's kind of the theme with SNL in the past couple of years, is the writers could have done better. So, I do want to watch that, but I read a book called When Gracie Met the Grump, which is about a girl who is at home. She moves around every few years for one reason or the other. I can't spoil anything, but then all of a sudden there's this huge thud in her front yard, and she walks out, and one of the superheroes of the world is just laying in her front yard with a broken back.
Is this a children's book?
No, this is a grown adult book. So it's...
The title and kind of what you just said was giving, one of those children's picture books.
Yeah, that's what I did. Hey guys, I read this book called When Gracie Met the Grump. It's just the hungry caterpillar. But no, it's not, and it's actually really long. It's like 500 pages long. And so I read that. It was really good. Highly recommend. It's a Grumpy Sunshine book or whatever those are called. And I loved the superhero. He's such an asshole. I kept, but in the way I like it, I kept thinking of him. The only person I could imagine as him was Rob from Traitors. So, anyways, Rob.
Did you watch the finale?
Yes, I watched the finale. Also, I saw that Rob is doing an audiobook for Quinn. Do you know what Quinn is?
Yes, I do.
Yes, so he's doing an audiobook for Quinn. And then I also am reading currently the book First Time Caller. It's a rom-com by BK Borison.
I listened to that last year.
Yeah, it's so good. I'm almost done with it. I would have been done with it if I hadn't napped today, but those were my options, were napping or finishing, and I was like, well, I know they'll end up together. I can take a nap, So
Chat, if you're into audiobooks, I really recommend that one on audio because it's about a radio host and like someone calling in, and so it's the theme of it is something that works well with an audiobook.
Yeah, so that makes so much sense. Yeah,
if you're into that.
And that companion series that she's writing, the second one just came out last week. Yes. I also own that because I was that First Time Caller was the second BK Borison book I was reading. That I've read. The first one was Good Spirits at Christmas time, and so I
guess I didn't put together that she wrote that one as well. So far, she's 2 for 2. I've loved both of them that I've read. So I said, I'll go ahead and order the next one. And then, but those are all based off of different Meg Ryan movies. So this one's Sleepless in Seattle. I think the one that just came out was When Harry Met Sally. And I think the one after that is, what's that? You've Got Mail. So yes. I think, yeah. So that's exciting. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. Just reading a bunch of books. Really, truly. Chloe last week said like or 75 times. Good job, Chloe. So, and then so that's $18.75, and we combined that with the week before, which you were at $13.50 that week. So Chloe donated a total kind of $32.25. I say kind of because she actually ended up rounding up. So Chloe donated more than her count suggested. But so I think just $13 more.
Yeah, so But then I said 162 times last week, which is still a lot, but it's not nearly as much as it was the week before that. So it did come back down. So that's good. I'm just a moving target on this exercise is what I've decided.
Really unpredictable.
Really unpredictable. I like to keep people on their toes. Yeah. So that's $40.50, and then that was combined with $20.50 from the week before when I had a really good week. So I donated a total of $61.50. Chloe, tell the listeners what we donated to.
All right. Okay, chat. So to round out Black History Month, we donated to Ella Baker Center for Human Rights. They are an organization that works with Black, brown, and low-income people to shift resources away from prisons and punishment and moves those resources towards opportunities that make the community safe, healthy, and strong. Period. So that was what we donated our money to this week.
Okay, Chloe, do you want to make a list?
Yeah, let's make a list, girl.
Let's make a list. I would say, listeners, get your notes apps ready, which you still can have at it. But Chloe and I are going to go a little bit, I told you it's going to get weird. We're going to go a little crazy this week, and we're actually going to workshop this list in the moment together. So, Chloe, would you like to let everyone know what the hell we're up to?
Yes. So, I thought it might be fun to make a little, in honor of the new month, make a little
March
State of the Union from the pod, from the OK listeners. Nope, from the OK listen girlies.
Yes.
We're not the listeners.
We're the OK talkers.
Yes, that. So, this came from Eli Rollo. She used to do these every month. She actually still does. I looked on her page today. She still does, but she did them, and she would call them, like, the State of the Union for the month. And they're always just super fun, mostly really random, but also sometimes have to do with, you know, different current events, different pop culture things, trends, whatever. And she got them from, that book series that...
Click.
The Click, yes.
Mm-hmm.
She got them from that book series. So, yeah, we thought it might be fun to do our own little ins and outs for the month of March.
The month of
March.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what do you have?
Okay, so do you want ins first, outs first, or are we doing both? Whatever.
I think ins first.
Okay, I'll give you my first in. My first in for the month of I did it too.
I know.
What is this? Yeah. My first in for the month of March is selfies. Now, first of all, I'm a huge selfie advocate in the first place. I take a fucking selfie. Who cares? You're not as selfish as you think you are for taking a picture of yourself when you feel like you look good. If your whole camera roll is only selfies, that might be a different story. But if the background on your phone is a selfie, I'm not saying there's an issue, but I would like you to contact me and talk me through that decision-making process.
I am. That's weird.
Okay. Yeah, Chloe's right. It's weird. There's an issue. But what I'm also saying, I just didn't want to say it's an issue because I do want to know the decision-making process behind that.
Yeah.
So I actually very rarely, it doesn't matter what I do. So I was going to say I very rarely put pictures of myself on my background anyways. Because right now it's my nibblings. And then but a lot of times it's just something random. So, but it's very, because then every time I look at it, I'm like, oh, there's me. And so that's, a lot. Anyways, selfies. Also because, so when I was thinking through some of the things I had on this list, I was just thinking about how March is when spring starts and how everything starts to feel fresh and new again and all of those kinds of things. And I think it's so important to take selfies when you're feeling good or feeling happy. Even if you don't necessarily look your best or whatever, but you're feeling happy, take a selfie, because then when you're down in the dumps, you get to go back and be like, look at her. I'm still her. And also look how pretty I am. So
look how pretty I am.
Look how pretty I am. Sometimes you need that reminder when you're down.
You do.
So what's an in you have?
I'm making a collective list on my notes app, so then, you know, I can just share that with you, and we can share it with the listeners.
With the listeners.
Okay, my first in is dinner at home.
Ooh.
It's something that Addie and I are definitely trying to do better about, eating the majority of our meals at home and cooking at home. And if we have a meal that we're craving, or we're like, oh dang, hibachi sounds really good, okay, let's make hibachi. Which, another update, which I should have mentioned in the update section, we got a Blackstone, so that's gonna
wow, you have a Blackstone and an espresso machine? Mm-hmm. You never need to leave your house.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would never leave. All you need now is a nail tech at home, and then...
No, literally. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's my first one. Save money.
That's a good one.
A lot of the times, the food you're going to cook at home is probably better than the takeout you would get.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it better.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, my next in is walks. It seems so basic. It seems so simple, but go on a walk.
Go touch some grass, guys.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but you need to touch some grass. You need to see the sun. The sun needs to see you. It's helpful for everyone, but there's so many benefits to going on walks. Spring's coming, so at least go outside, but definitely walking, even if it's just 10 minutes. Get out there and go play.
Literally, just start with 5 minutes around the block or up and down the long driveway if you live where Nat lives.
Yeah.
You know, just start with a little bit, and a lot of the times you'll just want to keep going. So
yeah.
My next one was getting your steps in, so I'm just gonna kind of lump those two together.
Piggyback, girl. Mm-hmm.
Get those steps in, guys.
Yeah, get them in. It's just move your body to the best of your ability, and so
in a way that feels good to you.
Yeah. Okay, my next one. It's funny that you said this during your
the updates.
Update, yeah. It was that you're in a music rut, because my next in is new music. For a few reasons. First, it's always nice to change things up. We're technically not a quarter of the way through the year yet, because that's the end of March, but January and February feel like their own beasts. And then March unlocks something new. And also we're going to get some new good music soon. Harry Styles is putting out a new album. It's in April, but Noah Kahan's putting out a new album. There's some other March albums as well. I just don't have them off the top of my head.
Same. I would have to look at my saves. But yeah.
So new music. Mm-hmm.
Love. My next in is journaling. I have been going strong with the journal challenge and have been really liking it, and it's just something I am wanting to do more of it, and I feel like I've done more of it, and it's really great for the mental, and I also feel like it's something that always kind of made me avoid journaling, was avoiding dealing with my innermost personal thoughts and really sitting with myself, and And
Chloe casually drops like a huge self-reflection.
But like,
you're right. Yeah, yes.
Who does so that benefit? No one.
Right.
So journaling, yeah, just do it. And it doesn't have to look like you. It really doesn't have to look a certain way, guys. Just write something down.
Mm-hmm.
You could. There's so many ways you can go about it. You can brain dump everything that's on your mind in little bullet points. You could just free write for 10 minutes. You could follow some prompts. You can do whatever you want. Journaling does not have to look a certain way. And
I think I think that actually to piggyback what the fuck? Okay, to go off of that, I think the next one, because the next one I had was reading whatever you want, but I actually am going to kind of, I don't want to say do whatever you want because that sounds so broad and gives such a broad suggestion that it makes the list unserious. But what I mean is in situations where you have in your head, some weird rules or some weird societal standards or expectations, like when it comes to journaling or reading, because there are so many people I've met who are like, well, I need to be reading more nonfiction or whatever. Why?
Yeah.
And I need to be journaling this way. Why? Who's going to read that? And these are all things that are happening in your mind. So why? This is for you, baby. This is in your brain. And I hate to tell you this, or I love to tell you, I think it's, whatever you prefer in this situation, but no one can read your mind. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So what if we put on this ins and outs list doing whatever the fuck you want?
Yeah.
Or how do you want to phrase that? Because that's something that on the ins and outs list I've seen, there are kind of some of those more ambiguous ones, and that does make the list a little more fun, a little more whimsy, if you say.
Yeah. I'm fine with doing whatever the fuck you want.
Period. Okay.
Okay. Do you have anything else on your in list?
I don't. I don't. Do you?
I don't either.
Do you have anything collectively, like as a pod, we want to endorse for the month?
Laughter. Joy. Friendship.
Joy and friendship.
It is Women's Month, correct? So women, let's endorse women. Go women.
Women. Yes. Yes. Go women. Women. I'm just putting women. Okay. We can donate to some women charities.
Yeah. We can definitely donate to some women charities.
Women-led organizations.
I believe in women.
I believe in women. Love women. Oh man.
All right, okay. Chloe. Oh, you're in charge of this list, so you can ask me what my outs are. Sorry.
You're good. Nat, what the hell are your outs?
Okay, my first out, Chloe, is pressuring situations. So, or like putting pressure on situations that don't necessarily need pressure on them. And I want everyone to just stop and think, what in your life are you putting pressure on, And by that I mean
unnecessary pressure.
Yes. And by that I mean everyone just needs to ease up. Whoa, buddy, because
chilling the fuck out. Doing whatever the fuck you want.
Chilling the fuck out. I'm just thinking of some situations that I'm in at the moment, and people around me would like there to be like more decisions made or more movement more quickly in these situations, and I'm like, I don't really know why, like we can just let it happen and see what happens, and so I think sometimes we put we're trying to be efficient or something like that. And I think in being efficient and getting an answer. Oh, that's the other thing. Okay, guys, so just so you know, I just canceled my walk, so this might go a little longer than we were planning on it. But I did cancel my walk because I'm starting to feel queasy, and as we know, my whole family was throwing up this weekend, so we'll see what happens. But, but I don't I don't believe in control. I'm evolved. No, I lost control of my life without meaning to. There were no decisions that I made that could have changed that. You know, there are sometimes people lose control of their lives, and you're like, there were some decisions probably could have been different, but but there were no decisions in my life a year and a half ago that could have been made that would have changed the amount of control that I have lost. And ever since then, it's really changed my relationship with control. And I'm so sorry to have to break this to every single person out there, but it's actually not real. It's a facade. It's made up. You have so much less control than you think you do. And so I think that does, in these situations, like what I was just talking about, it's one of those things where other people who maybe are not as aware of their lack of control as I am are like, but this needs to happen and we need to have an answer and we blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'll get an answer at some point, you know? So, it's definitely, maybe just dilly-dally a little more in life because...
Ooh, in dilly-dallying.
Yes. But yeah, just not putting pressure, because also the other thing is, guys, in situations that, whether it be work situations or relational or whatever, sometimes you're putting pressure on something that's not ready yet. And so it's like, maybe if you hadn't put pressure on it, it would have been ready. But since you did, you got there too soon, you know? So, and you lose a lot of the magic. You choose efficiency and control in lieu of magic and awe. And I refuse to do that. So.
Wow.
Anyways.
Man. I would love to say that comes naturally to me, but...
Well, I had to have my shit rocked by life to get there, so...
Yeah, fair. So fair.
Yeah. Okay, so I actually ended up doing a lot of ins.
Should we do out control?
Yeah.
See, I kind of like this, like, collective making of the list.
Yeah.
Fun.
Collective making of the list.
It's fun for a change. Okay, my first out, very different direction, but does have to do with women. My first out is men's sports. Boo.
Boo. Do men even do sports? I didn't even know there were men's sports.
You could have fooled me. Let's just all watch women's college basketball during March Madness and
it's better.
Boycott the men. It's better. Mm-hmm. And there's so much, it's just, women are just incredible. Anyway, I saw at this little store at where I made my terrarium, they had like a little boutique thing.
Terrarium?
Terrarium. Yes. That.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They had a little boutique thing and just a little shop you could shop around at. You know those t-shirts that say everyone watches women's sports?
Mm-hmm.
They had a t-shirt that said in the same font, no one watches men's sports.
Oh, I love it. Sorry, I'm just so, I want that. I want both. I need a pair. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And so, and I also, one of the things out with men's sports, one of the small ways we can all support that is by calling sports, I've started to say, oh, we're watching men's basketball. Oh, we're watching men's rugby, you know, Always put men's in front of it.
Yes, those little... I feel like you had on your Instagram story one time, you asked,
microaggressions.
Little microaggressions towards.
That's one of my favorites.
Yes.
I don't even remember what I said on my Instagram story, but
more microaggressions for men.
Towards men, yeah. Towards men. And if there are men listening who are offended by that, why Check are you yourself. Shocked? Yeah. What?
Maybe evaluate something.
Yeah. Women need to be supported more, and men have had plenty of support. You're gonna be okay, big fella. Don't worry. Literally. So, okay, another out. I have out expectations, but really what I meant by that was assuming other people know your expectations without you clarifying it. So I guess the real out is not asking for what you want or what you need, just if you're sitting at home and guys, I'm not a professional at a lot of things. I am a professional at sitting at home alone, wishing I had friends with me. And sometimes you have to ask for what you want. So, for instance, this podcast is because I said, Chloe, I'm lonely. I want to talk. Can we make a podcast? But Chloe wouldn't have known to do that, because, right. I mean, we might have got there eventually, but Chloe doesn't live in my brain. No one lives in my brain. I barely live there. And so I just think it's important to ask for, and I don't just mean, because a lot of times people are like, ask for what you need, in big ways, but also small ways, If you need, hey, I need someone to make me laugh today, text a friend and be like, I actually could really use a laugh today. You're my funniest friend, or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I love that. Out is thinking people can read your mind.
Yes, they can't. I hate to tell you that, but they cannot.
I know.
Okay, what's really another out that you have? It is really unfortunate.
My next out is weekly resets. I finally came to terms this week, actually, or maybe it was last week, I don't know. Very recently, I came to terms with the fact that my lifestyle and my brain, my schedule is just not conducive to a weekly reset anymore. And, has it really ever been? Probably not. But it's kind of goes along with the of doing whatever the fuck you want. Mm-hmm. And if your brain needs to do not a Sunday reset and instead do a little bit every day, or doing 2 to 3 days a week, you do some chores, then maybe that's what you need. So, my out is weekly resets and my in is nightly chores. And I made myself a little schedule and it just seems a lot more manageable. I just spend 15 minutes doing my one area that I have for the night. So Mondays, I enter Mondays are money and med Mondays. So I refill my pill organizer and
I like
track my expenses. So
okay, pop off.
Yeah. Basically, next week, I'm really gonna have my shit together.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah, probably not, but
I was gonna say out could also be thinking you're ever gonna have your shit together.
No, literally.
Not just for you, but for anyone. That's such a fucking lie. And
having your shit together.
You'll have it together. You're never gonna have all your shit together at the same time. You might have it together in some areas and not other areas, but it's never. Your whole shit is not gonna be together.
So true.
I'm gonna say out stomach bugs because I don't like this. So no.
Yeah, period. Well, good thing it's, starting to be not stomach bug season.
Yeah.
Right on the tail end.
Good thing I caught it before it left. I didn't put pressure on that situation. I waited for it to come to me, and here we are. March 2nd, baby. Okay, what?
Okay,
You have anything else?
I do have one more. Oh, two more. The first one. What? Next one, doom scrolling. As you guys know, trying to get out of that habit. And shout out to the Brick. She's fantastic. Doom scrolling isn't good. It's not helpful. It might feel okay in the moment, but TikTok's algorithm is literally designed to be like a lottery machine and to give you a hit of dopamine just when you're feeling not great, and then it keeps you sucked in.
And then those bitches, they used to, I don't know if they do it anymore, I haven't seen it in a while, but then they'll like put in a video that's like, hey, do you need to take a break? Acting as if you care for us.
Literally.
You do not. TikTok, we know. We're on to you, TikTok.
We're on to you. Oh, yeah. So, doom scrolling out. In app limits.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Okay. The last one I have is emojis on children's faces on social media. Just don't post your child.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm all for, like, literally such a big advocate for not posting your child on social media.
I am too, actually. I really respect not posting your child.
Yes, like, I love that. But when you are constantly posting pictures of your child, but you put a heart emoji over their face, what is that actually really helping? Because, like, there's so many issues with, like, the biggest thing that I think a lot of influencers and stuff, they don't post their child is because of, like, child predators.
Yeah.
And that's where they get the majority of their sick and twisted content. You know, anyway, it just, you're not helping that by just smacking an emoji on their face, you know?
No.
It's
it's not helpful in the situations it's supposed to be helpful in. So,
yeah.
And unfortunately, we do live in a world where those things need to be thought about. So,
yeah.
Also, child predators. So, and I feel like that's prescient in our time, but also huge out from the pod. We actually hate them aggressively. Yep. Let us give you a little dopamine hit now, since we got a little dark there for a second. Let's take a cue from TikTok. Do you have any other outs, or are you done?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, so Chloe, will you read us the official ins and outs of March 2026?
From the OK Listen podcast, our March State of the Union, we have our ins: selfies, dinner at home, walking/getting your steps, new music, journaling, doing whatever the fuck you want, women, dilly-dallying, and Pedialyte. Out, we have control, men's sports, thinking people can read your mind, weekly resets, having your shit together, stomach bugs, doom scrolling, and emojis on children's faces.
Out, we have control, men's sports. That's so funny.
So you heard it here first. I'm not saying this needs to be the Bible you live by, but it probably wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. I mean, Chloe and I both co-sign it, so take that for what it's worth. It's
literally. Okay, now are we going for a chat today, or
let's go for a chat?
Let's go for a chat.
Hey, Chloe. Let's shake it up.
Shake it up. Shake it up.
Okay, Chloe. This
give it to me.
Was named by none other than Granny herself. The thought actually came from Granny because sometimes she'll tell me things that she thinks I should put in the podcast. So she's going to be so excited to hear this. So what we want to hear about, Chloe, is just the most disappointing food orders you've gotten in your life. But Granny named it a crappuccino. because, you know, have you ever ordered a drink or something thinking it would be good and it was crap? So, what are your crappuccinos?
Perfect one. So, my crappuccino, I don't know if you've ever seen on social media the at 1587 Prime Steakhouse, a lot of Swifties have posted the alchemy drink. The Taylor Swift. That is probably one of the biggest letdowns that I've ever encountered.
Really?
In my ordering of food and drink. Because, okay, so a lot of different things. The presentation, while it's supposed to be really cool, is... So, basically, chat, if you have not seen it, it's essentially a cosmopolitan, but then they put this... It's basically steel wool, and they put it around the stem, and then they light it on fire, so it kind of sparks up a little bit.
I was wondering why you were drinking steel wool. I was confused. But yeah, no. Okay, got it.
Part of the presentation. But the waitress brings it out on the little platter, and then she lights it on fire, and it kind of sparks, and everybody posts it on their social media. And I ordered it just because I had to.
Yeah.
And she brings it out, she lights it, and that literally lasted maybe not even 5 seconds. It was the shortest little thing, which that in and of itself, not the most disappointing thing. The most disappointing thing to me was they have to clean it up after because it leaves behind just like this burnt steel wool, and it's really messy for them, and so more hassle than what it's even worth. And then cherry on top, the drink is disgusting. It's so bad.
Oh man,
it's just very strong. Anyway, that's probably
it's upsetting that it's a cosmopolitan. That's disgusting because you like cosmopolitans.
Well, it's not actually. It just kind of... It has similar vibes of a cosmopolitan. It's not marketed as a cosmopolitan.
Oh, okay.
It's marketed as an alchemy. As the alchemy.
The alchemy. But, who are we to fight the alchemy? Am I right?
Yeah, literally. Is that kind of along the lines of...
Yeah, no, that was
question?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any other ones? Or is that...
I'm trying to think. One time at Applebee's, there was a bug in my meal. That wasn't great.
Come on.
And that was the one time I did, because historically I'm pretty bad at telling people I don't like, food or whatever. But I did speak up in that moment. I said,
"Look at you.
Hey, there's a bug in my food."
Hey, I don't want this extra protein that you added. Yeah. Thank you.
The other times I'm thinking of are just general, like Chipotle, in their downfall. Which that's a good topic for the bowl.
We should talk about Chipotle's the downfall of Chipotle. It was really upsetting.
It was.
We witnessed it.
Yeah, those bowls don't hit like they used to. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. Granny's gonna be so excited to hear about your crappuccinos.
Thanks for the question, Granny.
I
wish I had an actual coffee order to.
Did you? How much did the alchemy cost, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, it was probably, let me look up for some accurate info, but...
My brain's saying $17.
I want to say it was... Oh, gosh. I want to say it was around 20.
Yeah. So not only was it a letdown, it was an expensive letdown.
Maybe that... 22.
Oh, no. Yeah. That's $5 more than what I thought.
Yeah.
Do you know what you can buy with $5? Oh my gosh.
Not a lot these days, but...
Actually, not a whole lot, but still.
Yeah, so it has citrus vodka blend, Pierre Ferrand dry Curaçao, Aronia berry, cranberry, strawberry lime, and oolong.
Interesting. So, okay. It has tea in it. Interesting.
Yeah, it's just kind of a... It was just kind of a it was not a good drink.
Yeah.
At all.
Okay.
And, yeah. So, anyway, that's my Crappuccino.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well,
shout out Granny for the question.
Yeah, shout out Granny. Good job, G. All right.
Okay.
You can pull me for a shot.
Natalie, talk to me. Talk to me about your favorite Heated Rivalry edit.
Okay. So, really, I do love there are some with Taylor Swift songs that are just really good.
So good.
And I just saw one today, though. I wouldn't say this is my favorite, but it was so funny. There are people who'll mash up Heated Rivalry and other shows. So they'll mash up Heated Rivalry with Schmidt or whatever. So today I saw
Heated Rivalry with Dance Moms Abby Lee Miller is one of my favorite subcategories of...
I haven't seen that, but I want to. Today I saw my first Heated Rivalry with Schitt's Creek, and it was, the scene where Alexis is singing, "I'm a little bit Alexis, I'm a Lamborghini," that awful song, which is so funny. It might be one of my favorite scenes in the whole show. But so it used that scene, and the Heated Rivalry scene it was using was when they're at that press conference when they're really young. Yeah. And so it's showing them both looking uncomfortable, and then Shane being like, "I hate to interrupt, but I think I know where this is going." And then being like, or she's like, "So did I get it?" And Ilya goes, "Yes." And then Shane goes, "Not a chance." And Ilya goes, "What he said." And so it was just really funny. And then, but yeah, any Taylor Swift love song, or I'm trying to think of which one has been the best. Some of them genuinely make me cry. And
oh my gosh. There's one that it's not my favorite, but it's a very popular one, and the way the editor edits some of the stick, like sounds with the beat of the music, so good.
I'm looking through our messages, Chloe, because I tend to send you the ones that I really like, or they might be, maybe I should go to our TikTok messages. Mastermind, when they do Mastermind with Ilya, and then obviously Alchemy with Scott and Kip. But I thought of that, no offense to everyone, but I thought of that as soon as I was watching that scene.
Yes.
I was like, absolutely. Okay. Oh, this is the one that makes me emotional. When Ilya, I can do it with a broken heart, and it's just a bunch of scenes of Ilya. It's like, I'm a real tough kid. I can handle my shit, and because that's the whole thing is like Ilya has not had a great life up to this point, and he's done it with a broken heart, and then he gets his little Shane, and I love.
Yeah, I really love the. I repost like my all-time favorite ones, the ones that really.
I love every time you repost them. It makes me happy.
Feeling. Oh my gosh, there's one to the Black and White by the band Camino that I love. That was probably the first one that I was just maybe moved to tears by. Or I wasn't actually crying. I was, I felt like I could cry. Like how I don't
No.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like I'm crying. I'm not actually crying, but I have all the emotions that come with crying. I'm just not doing it.
Yes. And then the other one, the Taylor Swift one that I really like is Guilty as Sin. That one is so good. And it's the part where she says, "I choose you and me religiously." And oh my gosh. I literally love that one. So maybe we'll just post some.
Let me see.
Instagram.
Okay. Oh, you sent me one time that was like, I had to see this, so do you. And it's To Dress, which is one of my top 5 all-time Taylor Swift songs.
Yes,
but, that song's all about, like, a secret relationship, and so it's a lot of that. Okay, Chloe, let's wrap her up.
Let's do it.
What's your biggest bullshit for the week?
My biggest bullshit, I was torn between two different ones. Mm-hmm. Number one was my seasonal allergies. I think that those can go to hell.
Yeah.
My other one was men's sports, men in sports, men's hockey. Hate that.
Yeah.
I
can't even get into how frustrated I was.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Genuine tears frustrating. I don't know for any of the men listening, like, it might be hard to understand that it is so disappointing to be put in a position where, and by that I mean all of women everywhere are constantly put in a position where we are the butt of the joke, always. Yeah. And I want you to just, like, sit for 5 fucking seconds with yourself and think about how you would feel if that was the case, especially if it was coming from someone who is that high in power. Yeah. And, like, even, yeah.
So distasteful, so just... no, literally no words. It made me sad, it made me mad, it made me... I wasn't surprised, but
no, and that... I was going to say, and that's probably the worst part of it all. First of all, hockey culture, that is actually more representative of hockey culture than, like, what we're all into right now.
Right.
And,
and I think that's even part of the big bullshit is they have profited and have gained a bigger following because women are loving Heated Rivalry.
Because of women.
Yes.
And, like, you could honestly put that sentence or that fraction of a sentence on the end of so many things, because of women. And, like, you, whoever you are listening, are on this earth because of a woman. Because a woman held you in her body for 9 months and created your sorry ass, if you're someone who thinks this wasn't a big deal. So, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. It just, like...
No, I knew you would
I was livid.
Also, men, I'll say it, you are also a victim of the patriarchy, but I can't get into
what?
That is a little too deep for the podcast.
I will also say, men, in this situation, you need to speak out for women, or at least throw a, oh, hey, that wasn't funny, or whatever in there. Even if you feel that and you're just someone who never speaks out, that's why these things don't change. And I have seen people who do start speaking out more and become more aware of women's stuff when they have a daughter or when they whatever. But here's the thing. I don't care if someone is someone's daughter, mother, sister, niece, or whatever. That woman is a human being. Mm-hmm. And you, sir, whatever man you are not better than her because you were born with a penis and she wasn't. You know? And so I just... Yeah.
No, yeah. Hard agree. And there's just so many big bullshits within the bigger bullshit of that incident. And even just as far as the lack of accountability that those men took afterwards.
Oh my
was
gosh.
Just that, you could have easily redeemed yourselves completely, but bettered your case a little bit. But you decided to just
be a fucking idiot. Just
literally such an idiot.
You talk like someone who just got their teeth knocked out and doesn't want to replace them because you think it's cool. And you know what? That's who you are. So, and here's the other thing is when Saturday Night Live is the only thing that's holding anyone accountable, that's an issue. You know?
Yeah.
Like, when the only accountability those men had to take was being embarrassed on Saturday Night Live, like, that's a problem. Shout out to Saturday Night Live, shout out to Connor Story for doing that, but... just in general, like, that's we shouldn't be turning to Saturday Night Live to teach us how to be better people all the time.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
So, anyways, yes, no, huge bullshit. I'll co-sign that one for sure.
Okay. Do you have any others?
Yeah, I was going to say that. And then my other one is that I know now that I'm not going to be feeling well for the next 48 hours. And that's some really big bullshit. And I big just, bullshit. So big bullshit to the future of what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Because I can feel it. And it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah. Hate that for you.
Yeah, but we'll make it through. Bullshit. We always do. I've survived worse. So.
Yeah.
I've survived worse, and also this sucks.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Period.
We love you, listeners.
Okay, so love you guys. Leave us a 5-star review. Tell your friends about us.
Tell your friends.
Yeah.
And remember, this year we're watching women's basketball.
Women's basketball. Yes. Go UConn.